live with Max. What do you think, buddy? I do. You want? Well, Max, we are bundled up outside. I've got my coffee and I brought snacks outside for you. So what the plan is, honey, I'm going to get our second device going so we can stream for Facebook as well. Hey, Tango. Hey, Emily. Yeah, I'm live. Well, no snapping at bees, honey. I've got my coffee. I've got the bird. I'm just going to get Facebook going, and then Max can have his beak fist on the patio on my knee. Do you like that idea? Who wants eggies? Right, guys, I'm starting a poll. Do you want beak fist on the patio? Do you want me to serve beak fist on the patio? Let me know. Yes or no. Vote. Let's get some votes going. If we get enough yes votes, Max, you can have eggies on the patio. Oh, there's Tango. Tango says, Max, I'm so sorry. I can't stay long. No, you did. Nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know if you heard. My friend is here to feed the birds. My goodness, Tango, you're feeding the birdies? Are you going to at least stay for beak fist on the patio? Let me know. Yummy eggies. Do you think I could do a cone on the patio? Hi, Barbara. Hi, Suzanne.
Mom.
Hi, Karen. Yeah, Mom's here. Hi, Marco. Good to see everyone joining us. Happy Saturday. Oh my gosh. All of our friends are here, Max. Oh, Marco just had some of Einstein's favorite pizza pie. Hi, Cheryl's Park. We're just doing a poll. Do you think we should have beak fist on the patio? Go ahead and vote. If we get enough yes votes, we're going to go and serve beak fists. What do you think, Max? What do you think? Beak fist on the patio. You tell me. Okay. And okay. Here we go. Just getting set up here. What do you think, Max? Okay. Just trying to get YouTube going. But while it is, Max, look what I might have for you. I have an eggy cone. I'm going to make beak fist right in front of you, honey. I've got a cone and I have eggies. I brought eggies out. Did I bring eggies out? Look, I have eggies and they're warm. I'm just going to tuck them into the cone for you. Yeah, I'm having a problem with getting Facebook going. You wait a minute. Don't be a greedy guts. Do you want eggies? All right, we're going to end the poll. How did we do? What? One person said no to breakfast. Why vote no, honey? Somebody doesn't want you to have breakfast. You know what? The majority do. Okay, use your foot. Big foot. There you go. And while you're eating, I'm going to see if I can figure out what's happening with this, okay? I'm going to hit close. For friends on Facebook, I'm having a hard time getting going with the stream. I'm going to try one more time. And if it does not load to... Oh, that's why. Is that good, honey? Oh, that's why. On Facebook, somehow I managed to turn off my Wi-Fi and my second device. I'm using an old phone as my second device. Which has no cell service. So, no wonder it was not working. There you go, Max. Let's see if we got that. All right. Set this here. Oh, hang on. Rotate might help. There we go, Max. There. Got you going here on Facebook. We're going to click on the Go Live button for Facebook. There you go. We're live on 2. There. How's that? Oh, my goodness. You're dropping cones everywhere, honey. You're just joining us. Hello, hello. We are also on Facebook. All right. Hi, Marco. Yes, Kyle, we also have an African gray. Hi, Barbara. Yeah. So Max is happy on my knee right now with Beak Fist. Got a few other things for you, Max. Let's start with... Also my coffee. There. Well, no coffee for me. I had a swimmer in my coffee, honey. You know what else I have? Well, that's super annoying. I made a cup of coffee for me. I hadn't had coffee yet. And now I can't have any. Just dumped it because it has a swimmer in it. No extra protein for me. Right, Max? Yeah, if you're joining us on Facebook, welcome, welcome. It says I'm live on Facebook, so hopefully people are seeing us there. Hi, KA. I'm not sure if we've got Sharon today or not. Sharon's grandbaby was just born and she went out to help out her daughter. And I'm not sure if she's going to make it today or not. But what I'm going to ask is if you are here in the chat and you are a regular, I'm going to ask for 2 things. One, if you see some questions that you can answer, a common question such as, what's the bird's name? How old is Max? You know the answer. Go right on ahead. Go ahead and answer. And the second thing is, if you see something happening in the chat that really needs my attention, I want you to get my attention. And the way you can do that is just do a string of emojis, because I'm sitting a little bit further away from the camera and I have to sort of squint and lean in to read the text. But if you are trying to get my attention for something, just throw up a string of emojis and I will take a look. So if you want me to know that we've got a spammer or something in the chat, go ahead and do that. My friend Max's Uncle K may or may not be available to help moderate today. When he does a silent moderation. He just sits in the quietly in the background. Right, Max? What's going on? Why is my knee so hot? All right. Oh, is that just a stinky truck that drove past? I know, honey. That's no good. Yeah. I'm just going to grab Facebook for 1 minute, and I'm going to flip around my Facebook. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of flipping. Hey, Angie. Hey, Paul. Yeah. Angie said super loud thunderstorms this morning woke her up. Wow, I don't think we have any at this end of town. It's been pretty quiet. Max is just sitting here enjoying some pasta. He just had some eggies. Yeah, good to see you here. Good to see you here. Awesome, awesome. Hi, Helen. Yeah, Helen, having fun. Mom was not too happy about the swimmer in her coffee, but you know what? She tossed it so she did not get the extra protein. More pasta, honey. I know. Got 2 whole stickies of pasta. You're so lucky. Yeah, Paul, it's gorgeous out here. All right, Facebook folks, I'm going to flip you around. I'm going to set you back into a tripod. Oh, there we go. 1 tripod. Oh. Oh, I know why that's so hot. Grabbed just a pair of yoga pants, and whatever material they are, they're really soaking in the sun. So I might have to flip some things around here a little bit as I go. Super hot, honey. Is that the last piece of pasta? You had all 4 pieces of pasta, hon. Oh, you still got some. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to grab our YouTube folks. Hello, hello. I'm in the background here. And our Facebook folks, I think, can see that I'm holding the camera on Max. So I'm going to flip that. And there we get Max from the front. Yeah, Max is really big as a cockatoo. He really, really is. Here, how about in context with something common? Coffee cup. You can, no, Max, you're not going to drink that from there. But yeah, you can see he is a very, very big boy. Yes, slightly pink, just a very light peach. He's got a red harness on today. When he turns around and lifts his crest, you're going to see that there's a brilliant salmon crest. And he's probably going to lift it for us in a little bit. You know, it's up to him. Hey, monster. Yeah, Max is pretty comfy on my knee right now. Ah, good for you, Cheryl's Park. How exciting. Cheryl's Park, I thought you were doing some courses and you had some tests coming up. Am I thinking about somebody else? Yeah, Max he's a Moluccan, and he is a very, very big boy. A very big boy. Okay. Max, I'm just going to readjust as we go. Yeah, the Moluccans primarily come from Indonesia, the Moluccan Islands. In Indonesia, right, Max? Are you happy? Hi, Francesco. It is so good to see everybody joining us today. Yeah. All right, let's toss up a chat question. We're doing this on YouTube. We can't do this on Facebook. But the chat question is, where are you joining us from? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. If you're Facebook, just go ahead and let me know in the comments. Yeah, it's kind of fun that we can do some of the chat questions and whatnot now on YouTube. New feature we're playing around with. Right, Max? Up at my arm. I know. Oh, your feet are hot. Yeah, I know. His pants are hot. These slacks are hot. There. All right, we got some answers coming in, Max. Can we go back on my knee, please? I'm going to shift this up, okay? And then if it gets hot, I'm going to shift it down. All right. Yeah. Yeah, whatever fabric this is, it's really pulling in the heat. I'm thinking, my goodness, I got to wear it. These are pretty thin, but I need to wear them in the winter if they're generating so much heat just off the sun. It's something about the black is really pulling in the heat. So we'll see how we do today on the stream. Max is not a Major Mitchell. He is a Moluccan cockatoo. Two very different. All right. So where are people joining us from? All right, Cheryl's Park says from school now I'm on a break. Okay, I was right about that. Congrats on your finals. Yeah, awesome. Does he tell me when he needs to poop? Most of the time, yeah. So where are people joining us from? I'm just going to start reading. We've got Minnesota. We've got Arkansas. We have the west coast of the USA. Enchan's from Canada. Oh my gosh. Enchan, we are also from Canada. We are Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Max, arm. Yeah. Putting the weight on the slacks is not working. Okay. Southern California, Missouri. You just need to adjust this. Sorry, folks. Whoa, what did I just do? There we go. Australia, South Netherlands. Cheryl's Park is the New York City borough of Queens. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer Sue's from Duluth, Montana. Minnesota for Melissa. Southeast England for Karen. Suzanne from Germany. Brent asks, by any chance, do you know if feather cysts resolve on their own? I really don't know. That's a good question for a vet. Yeah, often, any medical questions, really good questions for your vet. Suzanne's from Germany. Cheryl's Park, yeah. Hello. Yeah, Emily, Max would not balk on our last live, and he insisted on waiting until after I hit stop, then he started balking. Yeah, well, Cheryl's Park, I wear black a lot, but usually it does not get quite this hot. And from Dallas, we've got Iowa, USA, okay. Yeah, a lot of people joining us from the USA. Awesome. Okay, we're going to end that poll. Sorry, I need my second hand to do that. I'm going to flip the camera for a minute. Now, folks, I'm going to do something that's unheard of. I'm going to leave these both running. I'm going to take Max with me. And can you hang out for 2 minutes? I'm going to be right back, okay? So keep an eye on the chat. Let people know I'm going to be right back. And I'm going to be right back. I'm not kidding. Right back. am back, folks. Whew. I am back. Sorry about that, folks. I've got an overheating situation here. So what I just did is I went and grabbed myself a kitchen towel that's white to put over top. Max, you can sit on the towel. I promise you can. There. So that's going to deal with my overheating situation. That's right. Is that better? White's not going to collect as much heat as black. I know, Max. I've never had that happen before. Yeah, whatever fabric these are, not my friends. So I'm just going to sit down, Max, on the white towel, and so be it today. Okay? That is already much, much cooler. But my knees were turning beet red underneath that, and it was just sort of the curve of my knee on the cloth was really catching the heat. So yeah. All right, so I'm going to flip this around for a minute, Max. There we go. Yeah. No coffee for me. I have to make some more now, and I don't have time to do that. I don't like leaving devices unattended. I mean, I could fully see them out the window, but still, you don't want to leave them unattended. Who's that? Is that Laura? My friend Laura's going home, yeah. Robin says she loves you, Max. Yeah, it's not even that hot of a day today. Hi, Jamalia. Max does not like wearing hats, and in the wild, he'd get a lot of sun. The sun is good for him. I do wear a bit of a hat because this way I can actually see the screen. I have just enough shade that I can read the screen. That sounds really cool, Coxwell. Melissa, so much fun. So I'm going to flip this back around here, and I'm going to grab my second device. I know I'm running back and forth between devices. Gaynor is joining us from Cape Town, South Africa. Angie is from Calgary, Alberta, Canada area. She's just south of us. We've met her a few times at events, which is cool. Silky is from Germany. Bonjour, Monique. Bonjour. Monique is joining us from Quebec. I have to admit, Monique, even though I'm Canadian, I'm old enough that I missed out in French in school. We had 3 classes, and I got the French teacher who did not speak any French. They all ran concurrently. But when I went through school, I mean, French, it was just beginning to get introduced. And it was a real handicap when I was in Quebec trying to communicate. I was out on a motorcycle trip. Yeah, I know. Across the country, and in Quebec, I was trying to call around to some motorcycle shops to ask about tires. And I could say Pilot Power because that's I think the name that it's both. And they understood that. And then for size, I did not know how to say numbers. Great. I could say numbers 1 to 9. I couldn't even say 0. So it was un, huit, 0 / sept, 0. And I repeated it about 4 times, and the person went, "Oh, you mean?" And they gave it to me in French. And I said, "Yeah." And we managed to figure out that they had it in stock and I could come in. They did not have very good English. I did not have very good French. They were having a good laugh, I think, at my attempt to speak French. It was a little bit of a nightmare, I have to admit, Max, just trying to figure that out. It's embarrassing because it's one of our official languages, but out in Western Canada, nobody speaks a lot of French, so it's not something that you use. Yeah. Satyaka is from India. Cindy is from North Carolina, I'm assuming. Yeah. So bonjour is about the extent of my French, and I'm really sorry about that. I do have one funny story about Quebec. I was in Quebec City, and I was trying to find motorcycle parking. And I saw all of these signs that said Dans la moto. Now I'm going, okay, but there's cars parked there. And I'm driving around and there's a bunch of these, and it seems to be saying Dans la moto, and there was just a circle with a slash. And I eventually decided that, you know what? These cars, I parked, I looked, the cars don't seem to have passes on them or anything. And then a passerby taps me on the, sort of walks up to me and points at my bike and says, Dans la moto. And points at the sign, Dans la moto. And I'm going, okay. And I pointed at the bike, I said moto, and then I pointed at the car and I said moto. I pointed at another car, I said moto. Person started laughing and said, you don't speak French. And I said, no. And they then helped me out in English, which was really kind of them. But they were trying to figure out why I was dumb enough to try and park a motorcycle where it says no motorcycles. And I did not know auto was car. It's, I learned something. Really thankful I didn't end up with my bike towed, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna flip this around again. I'm gonna pop that one back into its little case. Max, are you on camera there? Did I pop that around? I did not. Yeah. Now we've got Max on camera. Oh my goodness. So what I thought we could do today that's just a little bit different. I've shown off a few shirts recently. Hi, Anne-Marie. I know, Karen, it's so hard if you learn so little, and if you never use it, you lose it, and that's just heartbreaking. Emily says she learned to speak German better to make Oma and Opa proud. Emily, I have an Oma as well, or I had an Oma from Holland. And I learned a little bit of Dutch. Or at least I thought I had. And she was very happy that I knew a bit of Dutch. And when I went to Holland, I tried to use my Dutch. Everyone was looking at me weirdly and trying to correct me. So I went down to Herkenbosch, which is a really small town in Holland. There's two Herkenbosch, but this one's a really small town. And I met some relatives there. And one of the relatives did not speak any English. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to try my Dutch, because Oma always appreciated it. And she passed away, 30 years ago. I don't remember much, but I'm going to at least try the few words that I have. And I tried. And this woman's face just lit up, and she got excited. And I actually needed a translator, and one of the other relatives was kind enough to translate. They were just happy that I tried, and they said the reason she's so excited is you're speaking in dialect. Okay, it's a dialect she had last heard when Oma had been off visiting her. It was a dead dialect. So I don't speak Dutch. I speak a dead dialect of Dutch. Think Old English. It's, sort of people could understand me, but it was definitely not right. So, no, I do not speak Dutch. I speak a dead dialect of Dutch. But I think it was the last place that this relative, I mean, she was elderly. She was in her 90s. Like, it was the last place this person ever expected to hear this dead dialect being spoken from. So, yeah, it was pretty wild. Hi, Ricardito. Anne-Marie says part French Canadian and half Polish. That's awesome. Hello, Night. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera again. Yeah. So I am wearing one of the Moluccan shirts, one of the newer ones. Most of our designs are photographic. This one's a little bit different. And I'm going to stand up in a little bit, but not just yet. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about some of the shirts. But one question I had from people, I had somebody say, hey, can you show us some Max merch on a stream? And I thought, you know what, that might be kind of fun. So I actually brought some goodies out to show you today. And I thought I would start with a couple of coasters. The stuff I'm showing you is all available on our Etsy store. These are 2 coasters, and they're meant for a coffee cup. Or you can use them for decoration. They're a really, really sturdy, heavy, absorbent poster board, and they last for quite a while, even under use. Printed vibrantly, the ink does not run, it is solid. And we've got 2 designs. We've got the Max design and we've got the Flock design. This one was our first design, our second design. You can order one, both, sets, etc. Now, if you are just ordering one of these, we will do, we can send it is first class letter mail. And if you're not ordering anything else, we can send that one first class letter mail and we'll refund the difference in shipping. But we've had to price it as if it's a small packet just because some of it is. What do you want to see next? Maybe some of our other goodies. And I brought out some of our keychains because I think the keychains are always a lot of fun. So we've got a variety of keychains. We've got some classic hearts. These ones are all acrylic keychains. They are single-sided. The backside we do an extra coating on just to protect it. And they are, and I'm hoping that I'm getting on camera here for everybody. But they do last. I've had mine on my keychain for 5 years and it's gotten a bit damaged, but not too bad. But there's one of the hearts. There is Max the Moluccan logo design. Just try and get that one sort of for the cameras. I know it's kind of hard showing off for the cameras, isn't it, Max? I'm just going to keep stacking these. We've got cockatoo on a branch. This one is mango. And that one's kind of a fun design. And we had a few people asking for the mangoes. Now I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why we did mangoes. Because we like to have something special for mangoes parents as well. So that one's super, super fun. And our newest keychain design, we actually just restocked this one, and I need to set it up as a restock available in the Etsy store. But it is the entire flock. So there we go. You can see it against my hand here. And I'm really hoping, folks, that you're, yeah, okay. All right. I'm just trying to position things so you can see. But again, single-sided keychain. Now, keychains, do you have to use them as a keychain? There's no keychain police here. These make great zipper pulls. They're fun on bags. There are 1,000 uses you can use these for. So it's not just a keychain, folks. You can use it however you like. There's no keychain police. And that one, full vibrant color, printed. And you can see all 4 birds on there. There is Max, there is Mango, there is Tico, and Tical. So kind of fun. I had somebody say they wanted to see one that had everybody. Next up, I'm going to show you a couple of the pins. So we have lapel pins. As I said, somebody asked me the other day if I could show off a few of the other things. This one is a heart design lapel pin featuring Max. We've got a classic Bok Bok lapel pin. I know. We've only got a couple of these ones left. It's not been a super big seller, so we're not going to restock that one. And we've got some of Max wearing some of his adorable hoodies. And these ones are, they're a lapel pin. I'm just going to pull that off the card. So pin back. They come standard with a little rubber stopper. I also have the option for a metal stopper. The metal stopper is one of the locking stoppers that you actually have to do something a little funky with to keep it to get it to open. And there's instructions on how to use it. But yeah, so we've got those pins. They're in stock in Etsy. And as I said, the only one that's going out of stock soon, I think, is going to be the Bok, just because it's not been one of the bigger sellers, and we're not going to be bringing that one in. Next, let's play a little bit with some magnets. Now, I just brought out a little magnetic tin to show with this. Magnetic tins, are these available? Absolutely. They're with our fridge poetry. So right there we have got a Max magnet. So that one's kind of fun. Flip that one over. We've got lots of different designs with Max, including some of the hoodie collection, with Max wearing some of his hoodies. So, you know what? I think we're okay there on Facebook. Yeah, okay. So there we go. There's our hoodie design. We've got some square designs where Max is against some flowers. This one's sort of multiple flowers. We also have that one available with sunflowers. Super pretty. If you're into magnets that hold more on the fridge, these ones are a bit larger and really, really good. And as I said, fridge magnets. A couple of these designs are also available in stickers. New to the store is the flock magnet, which has all of the flock on it, all members of the flock. And I think that one's going to be a popular one. I'm not sure if that one's live yet. I've got to go double check that I've made that one live. We've got Tico. We've got the other birds in magnet form as well. And you can see here, I mean, this is a really, really decent size. Tico cutout stands really nicely on the fridge. African gray, very, very classic. We're going to get into some fun magnets. Anybody remember when I did the artwork for the Vogue cover with Max? Everyone said that they wanted that one as a magnet, so we've got it as a magnet. Now, one thing that nobody knows yet, you're going to be the first to see, we've got a brand new Vogue coming out. A brand new Vogue. A brand new magazine cover featuring mango. So our second Vogue is, so we've sort of got the gold and the silver. And the silvery one features mango. And just like a magazine cover, it's got a bit of text on it. You know, the Vogue one says, hoodie season for the birds. Max's iconic hoodies break the internet. Mangoes say feather flare. Fabulous. Live with the flock. Mango's effortless attitude. Mango mania. What everyone's squawking about. So they are just kind of fun. But they are available as fridge magnets. And they are limited orders. So those ones are the brand new designs. And I've got one more magnet to show you. And then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming. That's one problem with the magnets, buddy. When I've got them stacked like that, they're really, really strong. All right. And the last magnet I've got to show you is a classic logo. Classic logo for Max. This one's also available as a sticker and just so very, very classic. You know, it's classic Max. It's the logo that we're using. And it's, you know, just so much fun. Now, a couple things about fridge magnets. These ones are die cut. They are obviously magnetic. They're a really decent size. The ones I send you will not have been in contact with the birds. Don't worry. We are very cautious about safety. But if you're just ordering one magnet, if you're just ordering one sticker, if you're just ordering a single, what we can do is we can ship them in a regular envelope. So you don't have to spend small package pricing. We can do that in a regular sized envelope. So much cheaper to ship. Now, if you're ordering 20 magnets and 3 keychains, it's going to come to you in a small packet. Oh, I forgot to bring them out. We've got the cutest packaging for our small packages. As things go out, the padded envelopes are very Max themed, and I know some people have said that they're using the envelopes for other purposes. I had somebody who ordered something, and they messaged me and they said, "How much to buy a second envelope? I want one that does not have a label on it. I want one that's just pristine for me." I had a good laugh at that, but yeah, we could do that. But unusual request, right, Max? But yeah, just super, super fun. And those are while supplies last. Yeah, but all of these goodies are available on our Etsy store. Oh, one more thing I brought out. And this is something I don't show off very often or talk about very often. We do have Max necklaces. So I'm just gonna dangle it here in front of Max. And these ones tend to go really, really popular at events like Parrot. I think we sold out of necklaces at the last Parrot. Now Max wants to beak this, but he's not going to be the one wearing the necklace. The idea is for you to wear it, but you can see that they are really, really sweet, Moluccan cockatoo themed. No, that's your harness, honey, not the necklace. But yeah, just super, super sweet. And it is acrylic, single-sided. It's got a bail. Oops. And they come, when I ship them, we package them in a little organza bag, so it's perfect for gifting. And we've got a couple of different designs for these. And I mean, it's just something small. It's something tiny. What if you want earrings like that? Yeah, we can do earrings like that if we've got the charms in stock. But we only have a limited number of those available as well. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about those a little bit and show people what was available. All of that's our Etsy store. You can get to our Etsy, www.maxthemoluccan.etsy.com, or go to our website, www.maxthemoluccan.com. We got links off of that. So I did have somebody asking for us to show some of that, and I thought, why don't we do that on a live? So yes, we ship worldwide. Yes, we've got lots of fun goodies. Yes, we have a lot of designs that I didn't show you today. I just basically did a lucky dip and grabbed a couple of things. But I wanted to show you our newest Vogue cover, because that one's so much fun. And oh, awesome. Yeah. We've got shirts as well. And here's the thing. If you are ordering a shirt and a keychain and a couple of magnets and a bunch of other stuff, we can ship it all in one package and save you money. So it makes it really, really easy to do multiples. We can ship worldwide. Shirts, we've adjusted the way that we are selling them. And what we do now is, from our Etsy store, you can pick the shirt design, the shirt color, and the shirt size. We've got black, we've got white, we've got gray, we've got reds. One shirt we don't have on white because it's not going to look too good on white. But we've got a variety of designs available. We've got 4 different shirt designs up right now. Your choice of size, your choice of color. They are made on demand. So we've got a group that's making them on demand. And so it does take a little bit longer. It takes us 1 to 2 weeks to get them done up and ready to ship. But then we ship them. So they say good things are worth waiting for. But this means that you're going to get the size and color that you want, rather than me saying, I hope you like black and large, because that's all we have in stock. So you can order whatever color combo, whatever size combo. Do we have youth sizes? We have youth, small, medium, large available. Yes. It's not showing up on Etsy, but message us if that's what you want, and we can get that set up for you. We're trying to utilize the tools that are available for us at Etsy on sizing and color combos to make it easier to order. Because the first way we had them posted was very confusing, even for me. Yeah, but that's kind of awesome, isn't that, Max? You know, Max, I'm so much more comfortable with the, there we go, with the towel on my lap. Not quite what I was planning on doing today, but it works. Sylvia says, in school I learned English and Latin, but unfortunately I don't use it, so I have to learn English yet. That's, that's awesome. It's, A for effort. And, reminds me maybe I should talk slower to make it easier to understand. But I mean, there's a lot of things that we talk about often, and it probably starts to make sense over time. Yeah, Max, you're such a sweetie. Yeah. He might want an APPLE, but we don't have any outside, so I'm not going to offer him any until we go in. Right. Oh, Max, there you go. Oh, look, that bus has an advertisement on the side for Heritage Park. It says Play Big. Heritage Park is actually a really cool place to visit. It's been a few years since I've been there. Yeah, Max. They don't let birds. I think that vehicle needs a muffler. I know. If you're new here, I want to say welcome. Hello. Oh, and I'm just scrolling down to catch up on comments here. Yeah, we're from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I'm super curious because we've been talking about language. I'm going to see if I can get another poll started here. All right, we've got a poll up asking, is English your first language? Let me know. And that's over on YouTube that we've got the poll running. So we can do polls on YouTube. We can't do them on Facebook the same way. I'm going to say hello to my Facebook folks. There we go. It's camera inception. I know we've got two cameras out here, two cell phones, one that's my existing phone and one that's the old phone, just so that we can get both streams running concurrently. I don't bring the computer outside. Yeah, I just stick with the phones. But yeah. That's right, Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie says Canadian French is very different than French. Absolutely. That's something I think we forget too. It's, very different approaches to dialects. I know, Max. All right, we've got some votes coming in there. Okay. Barbara says English is my only language. Oh, did you need to go poop, honey? Let's go here. Let's go poop, Max. Go poops. Oh, you already did. Well, thank you for not hitting me with that. I know, Max. Yes. Look at you. Boop. All right, we'll just keep the cameras off. Hi, Howard. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Go. Yeah, one of our neighbors just wandered past, taking his pup out for a walk. Yeah, Max. No, we're not going for a walk right now. I know you want to join Howard, but we're not going to join him. I know, buddy. Is it a problem? Well, no, but we got the stream happening here. And for those of you who are wondering why I don't just go to cell phone data and stream around here, it's because we have so many cell phone dead spots around here. And I've done it before, but I usually drop and go super laggy when I hit those dead spots. And it's frustrating for everyone. All right, so we're going to end that poll. 90% of people honest who answered today, 90% of people said that English is their first language. 9% said no, and that is 30 people responded. That is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, this is fun. All right, we got another Q&A happening up on YouTube. And what we are asking is, what languages do you speak? So yeah, let us know. I'll start off with Max's answer to that question. Max speaks fluent Moluccan. He also apparently speaks doggo. You bark like the best of them, don't you? You are a cluckatoo. You can cluck at the chickens. You started learning robin. Yeah, robin squeak. You did that the other week. You've meowed before. You even speak English. Isn't that fun? Okay, I'm gonna grab this phone and bring it over. I'm missing comments on Facebook. I'm gonna get caught up. Yeah, it's nice out here. Actually, it's so much nicer. If you joined us at the start, I was not very comfortable in the slacks I was wearing. They're black and they're stretchy, and they're fairly light. And I thought, oh, it'd be perfect just for sitting on the patio. And the way that they're absorbing the heat is just wild. And I actually had to go inside for a towel because when I had my knees bent, the way that they were sitting on my knees, it was literally burning my knees, and it was getting uncomfortable on Max's feet. Now he's sitting on a white towel and he's super happy. So I just grabbed a dish towel. Okay. Max, do you want to say anything? Max, can I get a buck, buck, buck? Buck, buck, buck. If you think I'm going to balk, you might be crazy. Gain over on Facebook, just English. Yeah. Quite honestly, I speak so little other languages. I usually say just English as well, because I very poor communication in other languages. It's tough. I mean, it's easier to learn if you've got somebody to speak them with, I think. Right, Max? So, Max, can you tell me, how did you learn the way of the cluckatoo? Where did you learn to bark? Is that a secret? Are you going to tell me? Or is it a secret like a password? Hello, Max. Michelle, so fun to see everybody. Susan says, I have Max magnets on my fridge and freezer. So much fun. Angie has keychains. I think you've got 2 keychains. Angie says, I'm relearning my dialect from Newfoundland. We have our own language. I know you do. I actually have a really fun mug inside, Angie, that has a number of sayings from Newfoundland. And it is so much fun. I'll grab it for my morning coffee mug one of these days when I'm streaming so I can show you. Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at Linda. Linda just sent us 500 stars. Thank you, Linda. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, Facebook people, I'm going to put the phone back in the holder and I'm going to flip around for the YouTube people. There we go. All right. So we'll end that poll. That was kind of fun to do a poll. Hey, Raising Cane's here. Hello, hello. How's your grandbaby? Yeah, we've been chatting a little bit about different languages that people talk. VIP says English and some American Sign Language. That is an amazing skill, ASL. I don't know much of it. Years ago, I used to know the alphabet, and I actually ran into somebody who only spoke sign language one day, and I did my best with the alphabet to just sort of spell out hello, introduce myself, and you do what you can. You do what you can. I mean, there's certain signs that seem universal. I mean, waving and saying your name. I mean, my name is Nicole. Je m'appelle Nicole. See, I actually remembered that from French class, now that we're talking about French. Yeah, isn't that fun? Suzanne, so glad you joined us. We're going to be live for a little bit longer. Marco says, speaks Dutch first, English and German, and also speaks a dialect called Limburgisch. Dank u wel, Marco. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, after realizing that the Dutch that I spoke was basically a dead dialect that nobody spoke anymore. I think it's related to the Southern Limburgisch, but not the same. Not if I'm told it's a dead dialect by somebody who lives in Holland. But it was interesting thinking that I knew a bit of Dutch and then realizing that I actually did not. Barbara speaks English and Spanish and African Senegal Parrot. I love that. Yeah, I think everybody with birds, they learn to speak their bird's language, even if it's just the body language. Anne-Marie, English, Moluccan, Spanish is what Max speaks. Oh, no worries, Sharon. We're just glad that you're okay. We were talking about you earlier. Some of our friends in the chat have been helping answer some questions. We went through and we talked about some merch. We've got some new merch. It's exciting. And we were showing that off. Got a new magnet, a new Vogue magnet featuring mango. Yeah. And we had somebody asking us the other day if we could show off a little bit more merch on the stream, because they wanted to see what things actually looked like rather than just what do you see when you go to Etsy, right? They wanted to see something live. So we did that earlier, and that was kind of fun. Max had snacks. He had eggies on the patio. We've been playing around with polls and stickers, which is kind of fun. Yeah, just some different stuff here on YouTube. Oh my goodness, Emily, you speak a lot of different languages. You know what? Congratulations so much, Sharon, on the grandbaby. Are you and Kane still out helping out Mama and the new one? I know your husband's holding down the fort with most of the flock, but you took Kane with you, as well as Minnie Max and Minnie Einstein. It was so fun to watch the stuffies on the way there. Ooh, and Equestrian Life says, I would love to learn Gaelic. That would be a really fun language to learn, wouldn't it? Max is 31 years young. Barbara says that her friend is going to teach her Spanish. She's a retired English-Spanish teacher. That's fun. That's really fun. That gives you somebody to speak a little bit with too, as well. And I think that's the real thing. When you learn a language, you need to be able to converse with somebody in it. If you're new to the channel, like Anne's Equestrian Life is, I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining us. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We always have a lot of fun. These live streams are always going to be a little bit different than our other content, but we have lots of content. We've got posts on the community page, and it is now a true community page. You can also post. If you have parrots, encourage you to introduce us to, and you're a regular, introduce us to your parrots on our community page. Raising Cane posted up there, but yeah, subscribers can comment there, which is kind of fun. We've got yeah, we do post up there as well, some photos. We try and sometimes share what we're about, some of the really behind the scenes stuff. That stuff goes into our subscribers groups, and we've got 2 different subscribers groups. We've got one on YouTube, and it's a group called Give Us a Buck, and it's a monthly subscription. You're going to be able to see our videos and interact with Max even without a subscription. I mean, you can just do a regular subscribe to our channel. You don't have to become a member. Ooh, you got something in your eye, honey. You blink it out? Good job. You still have something at the corner of your eye. Yeah, a few blinks might take care of it. I know, honey. Oh, it's gone now. Good for you. Yeah, so the YouTube paid membership, if you choose to go there, and there's no need to go there, it's just if you want to support us, it gets you a couple of things. It gets you early access to our longer form videos Monday to Friday. You get them as soon as we upload them rather than having to wait until the release time. So gets it to you early. Because we usually post 6, 8, sometimes more hours before they go live, but we release those to members as soon as they go live. We do extra community posts sometimes with some behind the scenes. We give you a little bit of extra news behind the scenes. You get an icon beside your name. You get access to some really cool emojis, and I know someone's going to toss those up in the chat for me. Yeah, some fun perks there. We've got a Facebook group as well, a subscription group on Facebook. And that subscription group, we're doing some extra content. That one we're doing some uncuts. So if we go for live before we edit the video into anything, we'll just toss it up for you, Ross, so you can see what happened on that walk. You get a little bit behind the scenes. And if you are a subscriber, a paid subscriber, make sure you let us know when you put in an order from our Etsy store. We will include some extra goodies. We also sometimes have some extra discount codes for you. Sharon's still in Illinois. Enjoy. Yeah, your husband's holding down the fort at home. How's Kane adapted to his trip? Is he doing okay with that? It's got to be new for him. And traveling with a bird, that's different. That takes a lot of effort sometimes. Right, Max? Right. Yeah. And Steph's joining us from the UK. Hi, Tazim. Yeah, thank you. Raising Keen says, my coworkers teach me Spanish and no, not bad words. One job I had for a short while, I was working in a location that I was the only person speaking English. Actually, there was one supervisor and the security guard spoke English, but it was really, really weird. And I was working closely with a couple of folks from Mexico. They were trying to learn a little bit of English, and I learned a little bit of Spanish, so you can say that we spoke in Spanglish. But they kept calling it was a manual labor job, and this is decades ago, long time ago, and they kept calling me La Chica Fortaleza, and it's like, what the heck does that mean? It actually was a compliment. They were calling me the strong girl, the strong woman, and it wasn't that I was that strong. It was that I understood physics and I knew how to leverage physics. Leverage. Yeah, leverage is the word. I knew how to leverage it to my best advantage. But it was an interesting job. It was not long term. It was just fill in. And I'm a believer in you do whatever you need to work to pay the bills and be independent. But yeah, it was a pretty tough job. But it was kind of fun because somebody new would join. They may not speak English, but the guys thought it was really quite funny to get me to show them how to do some of the runs, because we were moving a lot of fairly heavy equipment, heavy pieces of material, and it was hot. It was in a steel factory. And there were tricks on how to do it. And if you knew how to do it, if you tried to pinch something really hard through your multiple gloves and pick it up and carry it, you're dead. You're not going to be able to do it. The trick is super light touch, and you just basically lift it and toss it and let it bridge. And once you figured out how to get those angles working for you, you didn't actually have to pick up the full weight of anything. It was much lighter, much easier, and much lower risk of getting burnt. Right, Max? Yeah. I know. Max, does he know how to curse? Okay, I'll let you in on the secret. Yes, he does curse a few words from his original home. It's words that we never say around him, but you occasionally hear in a tantrum. If you watch, and I posted this up on YouTube the other day, I posted up his apple tantrum. If you watch it towards the end when he really gets going and he starts shouting, and I'm not saying this out loud, I'm going to spell it, SHUTUP, Max. When you watch that one, when he gets going on that, I'm going to just flip this around and I'm going to point the camera at Max again. I've got a neighbor walking up, but this way we're not going to run into the neighbor on camera. But yeah, that's where you can actually hear some of his words. And we don't say those words anymore, right, Max? Yeah. I've never said those words to you, and I never will. Hello again, Howard. Hi, buddy. Hi. You got somebody making friends with you, Max? Is that Teddy? No, we're not going to visit Teddy, honey. We're not visiting Teddy today. Uh-huh. We're not visiting Teddy today. Uh-huh. You just want to get a better look at Teddy. Have you got a buck? How about a bark for Teddy? Teddy's a dog. Do dogs bark? Oh, you're just trying to get a better look. I know, honey. Oh, and there go 3 bumblebees. I think my bumblebee nest has a new bumblebee. I used to only see 2 different ones. Now I'm seeing 3 different ones on a regular basis. And they're the ones that are just coming back and forth an awful lot. One of the bumblebees actually flew into me the other day. Max startled him because he did a fluff up. And the bee diverted his angle and bounced right off my neck. I did not get stung, thankfully, but I had a smear of pollen on my neck. So the bee did leave a little bit behind on his way past. And I don't think the bee intended to crash into me. But yeah, no, I've got some bumblebees underneath the deck. I've been watching them. I've been trying to be really patient with the fact I have bees out here because I do not like bees and wasps. But I remind myself that a bumblebee nest only has a few individuals in it. And bumblebees are gentle giants. They're really good. They do a lot of good work for flowers. They do a lot of good work for plants. And yeah, so I'm trying to convince myself that they're not going to bother me, but I do get nervous when they get too close to me. And that one did for a minute. They're just buzzing around, minding their own business. Their own Venus? Yeah, Max, I know. You leave the bumblebees alone, they leave us alone. Yeah, they've been here all summer, and I've not gotten stung yet, so I keep trying to convince myself they're okay. But the thing is, because they're underneath a concrete slab, and it's ground nest, they cannot be rehomed, they cannot be moved. And the only option is to exterminate them, and I do not want to be responsible for exterminating bees. You know, they're apparently only here for one season and then they're gone. Somebody told me that they don't stay for long, and initially I took that to be only a few weeks. Apparently they're here a little bit longer than that, but you know what? I can share the patio this summer. I think that's okay, Max. Yeah, we'll let them be. Unlike the big yellow jacket nest that I had in my old home. Oh, that was not a comfortable thing to have near the house. Yeah, these guys also, because there's so few of them. Oh, there's actually 4 of them outside right now. Because there's so few of them. You know, it's not like having hundreds in a nest. Yeah, they're just buzzing around. They're minding their own business, buddy. It's called Live and Let Live. Okay? We've got to be kind to them. Oh, okay. Max, you want to come up? I'm going to stand up for a minute. I'm going to adjust cameras, so just bear with me while I adjust cameras. Adjusting cameras takes a minute. Facebook folks, I'm just going to use the angle to adjust because that tripod does not adjust easily. And it's the one that's jury-rigged together right now. I'm just going to point over here. You still see Max? Okay, Max. Yeah. And I just wanted to show you one of our new shirts. It is up on Etsy. It's kind of fun. It's a little bit of a rock band shirt, different design. It is computer-aided design, but a lot of manual tweaking went into it as well. So using the computer as a tool and then modifying things. But we wanted something that looked really, really rock bandish. And this shirt was actually made as the design was made as a gift for a friend of ours who said, hey, he has a lot of rock band shirts, and he said he needed a rock band style shirt of the bird, and I said, yeah, we can do that. Max and the Moluccans. Yeah, and it's available on Etsy. But yeah, so it's a combined effort. I needed something to start from, so I started from some clip art. I did some modifications using online tools that did some automated. Then I did a bunch of manual tweaking because I can work with what's there, but I have a hard time creating just from pure scratch. So it's a little bit of a combined effort, but it's unique. It is absolutely unique, and I can tell you hours of my work went into it too. So yeah, so kind of fun. But I just wanted to show the shirt. That one is available on Etsy. We went through some of our merch earlier, so if you missed that, hang on, Max. I need a second hand to lower the tripod. Yeah. Oh, I know it's kind of jerky. There we go. We got a good angle for our Facebook peeps. We do. Hello, Kazi. Hi, Zatu. Hello, Kyun from the Philippines. So fun to see so many people commenting. Oh, I'm going to shift my thing forward a bit. Okay, honey? There. I'm going to bump this forward. And, oops, before you step on my pants, I'm going to get my knees up and I'm going to put down the towel again, okay? Thank you. Yeah. Whatever material these slacks are, it's a very light material, but oh my goodness, are they ever hot, like burning hot. No, we're not going to chew on the towel, honey. I know it's a kitchen towel, but we don't chew on kitchen towels. It's not one of our best towels either, which is okay. Yeah, it's just a white and blue. It's actually a nice absorbent towel, so I like it for that. Yeah, we'll answer the phone later, honey. But yeah, so I'm just using it to keep my knees cool enough for Max to sit on. Plus, I was burning my knees earlier. So I know Raisin Cane just joined us. Ooh, this is hot. I'm not going to go through all of our merch, Raisin Cane, but I am going to show you 2 things that I think are absolutely fun. We went through some of this earlier today. I'm just going to get this set up. There we go. So everybody knows our Vogue magnet. This one is my own artwork and just a lot of fun. And I did that artwork just sort of because somebody said that one of Max's hoodie videos, it looked like he should be on the magazines. It looked like he should be in the magazines. And so we did up that one. And I had a few people saying we need another magazine design. So I'm going to present to you our second magazine design, which actually I can show you both at the same time, which is featuring mango. So we now have 2 of them. This one's going to go up on Etsy. I wanted to show everybody first because we've only got a limited number of them. And we want to give our regulars first crack at the magnets. So yeah, those are available. This design's going to be on our Etsy. So super, super fun. And that's the same size as the original Vogue, and it looks just like a magazine. That is a fridge magnet. Lots of fun. We still have I think 2 of the regular Vogues in stock. So lots of fun there. Lots of fun there. The other thing we were showing that's new, and we went through a few different things. The other thing we were showing that was new is this keychain design, which is full flock. We just got our reprint in. We had to reorder because we sold out. I know I did not expect this one to quite be so popular. So this one's going up on the Etsy this weekend, or re-going up on the Etsy this weekend, and it's all for flock members. So, full printed acrylic, single-sided. The back side is got a varnish on it. And if you want to protect your keychain, you can always put extra layers of varnish. It's got a single layer of varnish. My keychains, I've used them, and my printed keychain, the acrylic keychain, 5 years, and it's still going strong. So yeah, lots of fun there. With these keychains, you know, they do incredibly well. They don't scratch too easy. The print is behind the acrylic, so you can't, you know, the front does not get scratched. The back is where you can get a few scratches. But, you know, I've got the extra layer of coating on the back, which does a good job of protecting it. Now, do you have to use this as a keychain? No. A zipper pull, a hanging ornament. You can do whatever you like with them. And, you know, you've got sort of a little bit of fun there with the flock. So those ones are going back in stock. And one thing I've been doing with the Etsy store when I've been going live this week, we've talked about some of our new shirt designs and whatnot, and I've said, you know what, if you've been watching us live and you know the word of the day, the code of the day, we're going to send you an extra goodie. Now, if you're one of our regulars and we recognize you and we know that you were on the live today, and make sure you let us know who you are when you buy from Etsy. I mean, make sure you let us know. You know, you can go back, you can re-listen to here, you can check it out. If you don't see a spot with your order where to put the code, just send us a message on Etsy and say, hey, I was there, we got the code word. And what are we doing for the code word today? And we're going to say spelling doesn't matter, but because it's Saturday, we're going to go Eggies. Eggies, as in the Eggies that Max had for Beak Fest. So if you use that code, you'll get something extra when you place an order from the store. It might be, it's going to depend what you order from the store. I mean, if you just order a sticker, you might just get a small sticker as a bonus with it. But if you have a larger order, we're going to do something a little bit larger, and we want to surprise you. We've got some fun stuff there. Yeah, Max. Yeah. So, are you having a good day, Max? Are you happy? Yeah? Well, folks, I want to thank everybody for coming. I'm going to do a final run of questions and see if I've missed out on anything. Hey, Jocelyn. Oh, Paul, so glad you came. Thanks, Mary. Thank you for all of the stars. It was Linda, I believe, that sent the stars today. Thank you, thank you. Kyun from the Philippines says it's 2 a.m. there. Linda says learning sign language. Linda got her shirt with Max on the front and loves it. Awesome, Linda. Awesome. So much fun. Yeah, we absolutely love those designs. Yeah, so much fun. So much fun. If you've got ideas for a Max shirt, let us know. If you're an artist with an idea for a Max shirt, message us. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what your ideas are. Could be kind of fun. Yeah, awesome. All right, I'm going to finish off our Facebook stream first. So I'm going to say thank you to everyone from Facebook. And then I'm going to hop over to our YouTube stream and just see what we've got there for comments and all of that. So there we go. We're going to close that one off, and I'm just going to set that there so I know where it is. The other day I put one on my lap, and that did not turn out well, did it, Max? So yeah, Max, I know it's hot out here. It's supposed to be cool out here, Angie. So I'm just going to catch up on our YouTube comments. Yes, Emily, you may. Yeah. Hey, Lori, welcome. Oh my goodness, we got a super sticker from Sylvia. Thank you, Sylvia. Sylvia sent us €2. Awesome, Max. Awesome. I think Sylvia's buying you some grapes. What do you think, buddy? Yeah, some grapes. That's always fun. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just catching up here on comments. Hello, Cookie. Yes, don't forget to beat that like button. If you're new here, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We appreciate each and every one here. I think we're doing pretty good. We've had some people popping in and out. Right now we have 72 people watching us on the live. Only a small handful of you are participating in comments. But we've got 99 people who've thumbed up our video. So this is pretty decent. We appreciate that. We really do. Hello, Sugar. Oh, Raising Cane says they have what I call tickle bees here. They don't have stingers. They're really little. Okay. Yeah, I've got the big bumblebees. We've got the wasps and what I don't like about wasps, particularly yellow jackets. Hornets are bad too, but yellow jackets are the worst. They are mean. They will sting you as soon as they look at you. And because they're wasps, they can sting you multiple times without sacrificing themselves. There's one of our bumbles. I'm wondering if he's in frame right now. Can you see him buzzing around? I mean, he's pretty big. We don't want a close-up, buddy. You can fly away. All right, back to the bird. Yeah. Oh, there he goes. He's going in, and there's a second one going in for the approach. So yeah, you can see how they're just underneath that crack in the concrete. Whoa. All of them flying around right now. But yeah, those are the bumbles I was talking about earlier. Hello, Adoracon. Glad you made it today. Yes, Lizzie, the back is a bit of an erogenous zone for birds. But the thing with Max, I watch him carefully and I watch how he's reacting. If he's really, really reactive, I don't touch him on his back or behind his wings. But when I first met him, oh my goodness, there's a really weird looking car. I guess that's a Tesla. hello.
Hmm?
Yeah, a new friend walked past, Max. A delivery person. Yeah, lots of stuff to look at out here, Max. Oops. There we go. Let's see if we've got a better focus on you. Yeah, it's Max would not let me touch him on the head for the first couple of years. So for him, have a good day. For him, starting on his back and then moving up to the head is the way that he prefers. But you notice here when I'm going just for his head, he's saying, "No, Mom, I don't want that. I got a penny there, but I don't want you to touch it." So he can be really picky. But I think it's also important to be able to touch birds elsewhere on their body, just so you can check them out. You can check out for feather cysts. You can see if anything feels abnormal, especially if they get hurt. You might want to feel and check if anything seems like it is off or broken. And Max lets me touch him, which is good. I'm always paying a lot of close attention to how he's reacting. A certain time of the year, not this time of the year, but he will decide that my left knee should lay some eggs. He tries to encourage it to do so. When he does that, no, he does not get touched anywhere except the top of his head, and he gets approached very differently. But when he's feeling pretty calm, I mean, right now, here we go, head. No, Mom, not now. Little scritchy. Whoop, not now, Mom. I said no. Yeah, he's got his own ideas, but he's fine with me touching his back right now. When he meets somebody new, they always want to touch him. They always want to pet him and feel his feathers. For him, if you're new and you touch him on the top of the head right off the bat, that's the same as you walking up to a woman and grabbing her breasts. It's like, no. Most birds, it's okay. With Max, no, it's not. Max says, I don't know you yet. You're going to start on my back. And once I've decided that you're okay on my back, then you can reach up to my head. And it's the approved approach with Max. So yeah, we do understand about zones, but we also understand about Max. So it's a balance. Ooh, Sharon says we need to make a King of Fling shirt. Yeah, that King of Fling, that's got to be Mango. Like, Max does pretty good, but Mango, oh my gosh, he takes Fling to another level. We should do a video that's a fling off between the two boys. Hey, Jennifer Sue. Yeah. Yeah, Sharon says she wants new keychain. She has all of hers on her laptop bag. That's an awesome idea. That is so much fun. Yeah, Sharon, we've got, let us know. We can get that shipped. We can have it waiting for you at home before you get home. If you want some shirts, let us know as well. If you are a paid subscriber, check it out. There are some discount codes in the community chat for you and a members only post. If you are, but you can still use, everybody can use the word of the day, which is Eggies or Eggie, as an Eggie cone. And when they order off of Etsy this weekend to get a special gift with purchase. Anything ordered this weekend will get shipped out, I want to say Monday, but I'm going to say Tuesday, because Monday is sort of kind of a long weekend, but not really. It's a long weekend for some people, but not others, and I'm not sure if it applies to Canada Post or not. If you are ordering a shirt, it will be a couple of weeks before your order ships, because we do need to make the shirt, unless you're ordering a size and color that we have in stock. But most size color combos are a special order just for you. But what we do is when we get your order on Etsy and we start manufacturing the shirt, we let you know that we've got your order and we're making your shirt. If you've ordered a shirt on Etsy and you want us to tuck something else in on the order, you can let us know. As long as it's not been shipped yet, you can let us know and we can include it without charging extra on shipping. Right, Max? Yeah. But it's, just let it, if you're not sure if where we're at, message us and double check. But we can accommodate. So if you're one of, we had a lot of shirt orders this past week. And if you're one of the ones that we're making and you wanted something extra added in, if you wanted to also pick up one of those new keychains or another magnet or something, let us know. We can tuck it in the package, no extra shipping. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, and actually that goes anytime you order from us. If you order on a Friday and if we've not packaged your order yet and it's shipping on a Monday or Tuesday, if as long as we've not packaged it yet and not printed the customs paperwork and filed that, we can definitely add extra goodies in. And you can see as soon as we've printed that paperwork. But yeah, message us if you want to add something extra to an order, because if we can, we accommodate it. Right, Max? Yeah. It's a hot one. It's a hot one. Hi, Titania. Titania says, beautiful bird. I lost my favorite cocky Max about 20 years ago. Aw. Yeah, Max seems to be a really popular name for cockatoos. Greetings from Canada to M. Wall, who's joining us from Germany. So good to see you today, Aya. Melissa, you give us joy from your comments. One thing, I'm going to give you a little secret about our channel. What encourages us? What encourages us to put up more content? What encourages us to put more effort in? What encourages us to do more live streams and more posts? It's you. When you like something, when you comment on something, when it encourages the algorithm to show that something to more people. And the more people who see it, the more people who interact. And the more people who interact, the more we're going to post, because we know that you like us. You really like us, and it still astonishes me. You got something in your eye, buddy? Yeah. It's got a little bit of a feather in his eye right now, and he cannot remove it with his claw, but what he does naturally is it's just balled up because he's been blinking, and it's going to fall off in just a minute. It's not hurting him, and I'm not going to go in with a finger and grab it because I could poke out his eye. If I ever have to remove something, I make sure my hands are well washed first. And if there's something in his eye that I need to wash out and I want to wash out before going to a vet, I might take some saline solution or something and just rinse, because that's okay for eyes, right, Max? Yeah. That's okay for eyes. Hi, Eve. Hi, Leanne. My goodness, yes. Yeah. Everything's on Etsy. It's in the video description. If you're not, maxthemoluccan.com. MAXTHE Moluccan, just spelled the same as our channel name, and put a .com at the end, and you'll get to our website. And you've got your links to everything from there. And you can go to the merch tab and see stuff. You can actually, our website's kind of fun. You should go there anyhow. Yeah, awesome. Well, folks, I think we're going to call it an end of the stream. We've been streaming for an hour and 33 minutes. We love you all. Can I get a buck? Max says, no box to give today. No box to give. Well, we appreciate each and every one of you. And we're going to call it a day. Thanks for joining us. Buck.